Hey guys, listen, welcome into the building. And yes, okay. Like, join, subscribe, share, but more importantly, wash your hands, okay? So they're telling us, I've been hearing all over the news that it's a triple threat this upcoming season with the RSV, the flu, and still the C-19. So be careful in these streets, keep your hands clean, do the best you can to, make sure that all goes well with you. All right. So let me bring my buddy, my roads off. My roads off. We be doing this together. We be hanging in there. Oh my God.
Hey
Dang.
guys, I'm so happy. I
Listen,
saw
I'm
you. I
happy
saw
too.
you.
You off?
Yeah, I saw you posted the thing, where it says live at 8, and I was
Uh-huh.
like, at 8, I'm gonna come on. Hey, how's everybody? Hey,
We,
we're here. How are you?
I'm good.
you,
How are you?
It's my two favorite YouTubers.
Aw. Yes. Okay, so listen, guys. Before we get into it, I'll do a full video with my thoughts on it later. But unfortunately, Wendy Williams' son, Kevin Jr., Kevin Jr., he homeless too. They were all living off her money. And he's 22. And listen, I would never cut my 22-year-old off. But at the same time, if you see that your mother or your parents are no longer have the amount of money they used to have, then you got the downsides. Okay. He
Hmm.
was in a $2 million apartment in Miami. Okay, living in a high rise. Okay, she put up $100,000 for to pay all of his expenses for 1 year. So it was from whatever time in 2021 up until now. But she could no longer pay it once all of that stuff happens with her account and so forth and so on. That's why I do believe that all of them was trying to go into Wells Fargo account and do something shady. It all makes sense now. They were most certainly doing something shady because all of them could not pay their bills without Wendy's money. They're a hot mess. So they all was lying. And once again, she could thank her lucky stars for Wells Fargo and whoever else that was saying that something shady was going on. They say Wendy's money because when you're not working and all you're doing is draining the account, the money's going to go fast. And if he's in an apartment that she had to pay $100,000 just to pay up everything for 1 year, that is insane. How are you paying the light bill, the gas bill, the this, the that, the other? Like you don't belong in that apartment. I'm sorry.
I'm
So
gonna sound like the biggest hater, but I'm sorry. At 22 years old, why do you need all of that? Like me, I'll be happy if I buy myself a 2 bedroom house, a 3 bedroom house, something cute. I could comfortable afford my bills, things like that. Like, why do people live in such excess? You know what I mean?
I
It's
do know
like
what
the materialism of it all. It's
the
like,
materialism of it, but not only that, you totally like living like everybody was sucking her dry. No, no, the more you hear about her story, the more you feel so bad. It was like who in her life was real?
Hmm.
Who in her life was real? And you talking about the people that's supposed to be the closest to her, her son. I mean, and the ex-husband is the ex-husband, but at the very least, knowing that your finances is coming from her, you could pretend you care. I don't know, something. It's just sad. Yes, 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 Dr. Love. That's you never worked and don't value money. That part right there.
he should be there with his mom in a little 1 bedroom. Say, Mom, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna get ourselves a nice 2 bedroom. We're gonna
Hmm.
save, save, save. We're gonna rebuild. I'm gonna help take care of you. Like, even if your mom, father's rich, you
Right.
still need to be self sufficient
You do.
because anything can happen in the world. Like, my mom always told me not to depend on a man. And I'm not trying to depend on a man, a parent, nobody, because you never know, you know?
Yeah, because what do you do when something happens to that person?
Right.
Now you don't know how to fend for yourself. Hey, baby daddy, how are you? Okay. So listen, guys. Our baby daddy agrees. Okay. So listen, guys. Um, hey everybody, I'm glad you're here. We gotta talk love and marriage Huntsville. And listen, guys, some parts of this we're gonna have to agree. to disagree, and that's it. Okay, I ain't gonna beat y'all down with my thought process, and y'all ain't gonna beat me down with yours, because we're just gonna have to agree to disagree. Okay, so but we're gonna get into it. Oh wait, Miss G says she relapsed because of Big Kevin. Now the tables have turned. Miss G, yeah, but the son ain't no better. You knew that once you knew your mother could no longer pay for this apartment, you should have been packing your bags, finding you a studio or one bedroom apartment or whatever. But I'll do my little recap on that later in a separate video. Go ahead. We
I'm
was
gonna
gonna say
say this, and then we can move on. I
yes.
really think that the dad has been working on that son mentally for a real long time, especially after this separation.
Mm,
Because
that
right
is a
after they
good point.
separated, there were a lot of reports that Wendy and her son were all of a sudden having all these issues. And
Yeah.
anybody that watches the Wendy Williams show knows that little Kevin was everything for Wendy, everything.
Everything.
So
Everything.
I think in my opinion, and from the outside looking in, I think his dad, I think that dad has manipulated son as he manipulated Wendy, and
Well,
it's
you know
just sad
what?
to see all of this
Yeah.
going on.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic, because you are right and you made a good point. And you know what? Because if you was a real, like, if you watch Wendy like all the time, I never forget that year that she wanted a bike, I think. She
Yes, and they got
wasn't that
double
year?
white.
Yes, 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 yes. So she loved Kevin Jr. She loved him with everything in her. So yes, you are correct. The father,
Mhm.
manipulated him, and that's why things, they are what they are. Oh yeah. Von Vibe said the same thing. She said I said the same thing. All right, guys, let's get into this Love and Marriage Huntsville. And we are still at the vacation with Melody, Martell, the kids, and the two great what I gotta fold up my thing. Okay, the two grandmothers, yes. And let me tell you something. I have my, I go back and forth with Martell's mother, Marlene, but I want to say this
Mhm.
100%. I saw a different side of her at this vacation. I actually connected with her. She is who she is. Nobody's perfect, but I do believe, sometimes they say you don't know what you have until the person is gone. And
Mhm.
I do believe, like, listen, it's her son, right? So you're not going to leave your child out to dry. But at the same time, I really felt that she missed the family unit that she had with Martell, with Melody and the kids and all of that. She misses that, because this we got to give to Melody all day long. She's a good mother. She was a good wife. She's a good daughter, and she definitely is good for the family. Because for her
Mhm.
to have paid for that vacation like that and embrace them like that, I really thought it was a nice thing. So let's talk about this vacation. So Melanie mom arrives, right? Melanie mom is there, and her and Mel are talking about, how things are going so far. And Mel is like, it's going okay. She told her mom how Martell invited Tisa and Marsau, and she wasn't really here for it. And she said, her and Tisa, it is what it is between those two. Um, and then, Martell is talking to Marlene. He's talking to his mom, right? I think it's also cute. I just realized that the mom's name was Marlene. I don't know where I've been. Okay. But I think it's cute, the Eminem. But she said she was heartbroken when those two broke up. And when they did the flashback and they showed that she was really heartbroken and she cried when she knew that the relationship was over. I felt for her. She said that vacation was the best time of her life. Well, Martell, you got to get your mom out more, because you doing her dirty. Okay, she said.
Destin, Florida. Girl, take me to the Bahamas. Take me to Bora Bora, girl.
But yeah, listen,
Mhm.
she was cute though. She said it was the best time of her life. She's going to cherish that memory forever. She enjoyed herself. And so the kids went back home with Martell and Marlene. So they went on their yacht boat ride, and that was interesting and different. Listen, y'all can do what y'all want to do. We gonna talk, okay? But let's tell the truth. We gotta tell the truth, shame the devil. Melody was throwing shots the whole vacation at Martell, throwing shots the whole time. And he was dunking them. He
True.
caught a couple. He took some in the heart. he took some in the
Mm-hmm.
side, and he took it like a champ. And so, although I know plenty of y'all been saying, well, off camera, he's been acting a straight fool. All right, but I got to deal with what I'm seeing on the TV. And the truth is the truth. Melanie was throwing shots at him the whole vacation. That tells me that Melanie, she still loves Martel. She's
Mm-hmm.
still hurt. She's still dealing with a
Still
lot of
hurt.
pain. And she's talking about that they should go to parenting classes, and I'm all for that. But they can go to you can go to therapy together, even though y'all not going to be
In your
together.
relationship. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Maria. Relationship therapy, just so y'all can work out your hurt and pain, and then you can be better parents, right? What else happened on that vacation? Well, when they went to dinner, a lot happened on the boat. Let me back up to the boat, because
Mm-hmm.
on the boat, Melody, she started to take shots at Marlene. Okay, she wanted to tell her you wasn't parenting right. Okay, she told her you was a trash parent. You didn't allow your kids to talk their feelings out. Okay, and
Or
that's not how
cry.
you raise no kids. Melody was just coming after people. Even Miss Van tried to have a moment and tell Melody, no, Martell said he's changed. Melody was like, whatever, we'll see. Then Melody, they was gonna have a little karaoke moment, and Melody knows she wrote a song dissing their dad, and she wanted to use her song as the karaoke. I mean, come on, Mel, like what like you just want this brother to totally break, okay? And I'm not
Any
Right.
saying,
promotion.
yeah, I'm
Right.
not saying anything he did is right. I'm gonna let y'all, and let me finish this whole boat scene, and then we're gonna talk about the whole thing. You know, I'm not a Martell fan, but I mean, come on, like, are you gonna just keep poking the bear? And so finally, they ended by going to dinner. He had a separate table for him and Mel because he wanted to tell his heartfelt feelings. Okay, people, he wanted to speak from the heart. He was speaking from the heart. He said, listen, I messed up. I mean, how many times can he say he messed up? He said it about 10 times in the last 2 episodes. I mean, come on, right? He said, I messed up. I'm sorry. We had a beautiful thing for our family. We had plans for us, the kids. And he said, I could say sorry 1,000 times. It won't be enough. He said, I'm sorry. I wish I did better. And I'm paraphrasing, guys. And Melanie, she softened up a little bit, just a little bit. A little, like if she was ice cream, it was like one drip. She softened up a little bit, and she smiled and was like, I accept your apology. Only for the next day, she shut him back down again, right before they was about to leave. So I think I got the gist of everything that happened at the house with Mel, Martell, Miss Van, Marlene. And Marlene, I hope you okay, because Melody really came for your parenting skills. And I don't know what to say about that. But boy, yeah, I'll let you go first.
Oh my goodness. Well, that whole opening scene, I loved it so much. I love seeing that the family was together. Melanie's mom showing up, finally
Mhm.
having everybody in one room on one accord, and just being able to be in one place at one time with the children. And we can all not just be cordial, but we can still have that even family type relationship. So I
Mhm.
thought it was really nice. Miss Van came into the trip trying to let Melanie know, how's it been? Have things been well? Yes, they've been well, but it's the first time for everything. I really loved how Melanie's mom came in being positive, wanting to make sure
Yeah,
everything was going well, going good. The boat ride, I'm so glad that the boat ride did happen because y'all remember it almost didn't happen. And
right.
Mariah was like, I did not come all the way to Destin, Florida to fool with you people and not get on this boat, okay?
And not, and
Um,
not, not have this job move. Not have this job move. Yes.
but yes, Diva, I would have to agree that Melanie pulled them out and she was dropping them left and right on Martell and her mama. I mean,
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop.
Pop, pop.
And I really, in my opinion, I felt like that Melanie, number one, was testing Martell to see how far she can go
Yep.
before the old Martell shows up and shows out. And number two, I think that she was trying to have a necessary, beneficial conversation with Martell's mom about the regard and how she raised Martell and the reality of what happened to Martell. But Miss Marlene does not seem like an individual who's really receptive to one trying to tell her what she did wrong. And it just didn't go over too well with Miss Marlene, which is why she said, well, we did what he did and let it go. You know, it is what it is. We're going to focus on these kids and we're going to raise these kids well. So I really just. But I really think it
Wait,
was
wait, wait,
a good
how
start.
you going to tell somebody that they raised their grown child all kinds of wrong?
She said, "Well, Miss Marlene, I hate to tell you, but that is not. That's not okay. You didn't let him cry as a 7 year. That's not whining. He was trying to tell you how he. Well, it is what it is, and that's what I did, and it is. I was like, okay, yeah, Melanie, you might want to leave Miss Marlene alone because she ain't with it tonight. She not with it.
Come on. You don't know, but he a grown man. Now you want to tell me I raised her wrong, and that's that. Then you gonna try to tell me that's why he is what he is, and that's why his family not together. No, Mel, you're not about to do that now. I don't have me a good time on this trip, and I'm drinking my drink.
But you know what? I feel like Mel also waited intentionally to do that because she know that she paid for everything. So she wanted to let everybody enjoy the fruits of her labor and then kind of lay into them to see, I really just feel like it was kind of to test the waters and to see how far she can go, to really get back in connection. Because in my opinion, and Diva, we may be on the same train night by ourselves, but I really feel that Melanie is still in love with Martell. I really,
Yeah,
really feel it. I mean, just
100%.
they're even in the just from the TV, we're not even watching in person, y'all. We are watching from a TV standpoint. And if you can't see the chemistry, you need to go to Lens Crafter and get your heart checked and your eyes because something ain't right.
Child, the lens crafter, cardiologist, what breathing
So true.
specialist. See if you
That's
still
true.
here. Who said Kate? Thank you for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. Okay, Shan, what do you think about this scene? Is
I'll be back,
Melanie
y'all.
still in love with Martell? And did she check Miss Marlene? Was that cool?
You know what? I may be a little toxic, but
Uh,
you know how last week I was like, I would never take Martel back. He
mm-hmm.
embarrassed me. But you know what? Oh my gosh. Martel is so fine to me. Oh, I can't believe I'm saying it. He's so cute. But he ain't shit though. But this vacation really made me start to like him.
Yeah.
And I feel like if I was Mel and he accidentally kissed a girl at the club and he didn't have a whole relationship and a baby, maybe I would be open to building the family up again.
Mm-hmm.
And I was never saying that. I was always like, yeah, level up, leave him, da 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 da. But I'm seeing him in a different light. And I feel like I see some growth with Martel. And he is good to
No,
look at.
no.
But I don't know. Maybe I'm just
I
young and
mean,
dumb.
I do.
But
I'm with you, Shan. Well, if he's hoodwinking somebody, he's definitely hoodwinking me. The words coming out of his mouth, listen. Two can be true, right? It can be true that he's still a player, but I also think it's true that he really feels and knows that he messed up a good thing, and that if he possibly could turn back the hands of time, he would do anything to be back with his family and fix his family again. And once again, I could have drove to Destin, Florida, snatched Sugar Mama up. She's a doll face. She's so freaking cute. She's so freaking cute. But listen, all of their kids are gorgeous, but
yeah.
I just want to snatch Sugar Mama up. So thank you, Shan, for that.
And
So,
Mel had every right. I'm sorry, I'm about to finish up now.
no,
Mel
go
had
ahead.
every right to go at him. She's a Scorpio like me. And I'm sorry. Once you cross me, I'm going at you every minute, every hour, every second. He ruined her whole beautiful family. Like, imagine the hurt of all of that. And I found it so funny when she was trying to check his mom because honestly, she made a good point about letting kids express themselves, especially boys. They can cry, they can do whatever, but he's a grown man.
Yes.
It doesn't matter if he was raised by, the pastor.
That part.
You have pastor kids who are bad as hell. So
Mm-mm.
Melody can't really, blame her for that. But that was a funny moment. I thought it was a beautiful vacation. And I like to look at Martel, but I know he's toxic and I'm going to work on myself.
Yes.
You're gonna put yourself through therapy. Wait, who said Kate said I understood Mel's irritation. My ex used to pull that private chat nonsense on post-divorce vacations. No, no, no.
Right.
You're the one who left and cheated. I'm not gonna make it easy for you. Okay, all right. Okay.
Right.
There it is. There's somebody understanding Mel's side of the story. I get it. Mel is sexy, but he's a dog. Yeah, Martell is sexy, but he's a dog. Yeah, he's a piece of work. He's a piece of work. But Charlene, you're in the building. What do you want to say about this whole situation between Melanie, Martell? Was Melanie a little off trying to check Miss Marlene?
I think she was. I don't feel that was her place to do that.
Right.
You know, when she had Martell, back then those was different times. He was in a different situation. And for you to come and say how I should have raised him was just out of place. She wouldn't appreciate it if Martell would speak to her mama and say, well, you should have did this and raised Melody, this way. So
He
I just
did.
but I love the way that Miss Marlene handled it. And I respect her for that because she could have, took it the wrong way and went off and stuff like that. But she just sat back, took it, and she went on to enjoy herself. So, I was okay with that. And I think I would love for Melanie and Martel to get back together because
No.
they are a wonderful couple.
No.
But in order for that to ever happen, Martel would have to do some individual serious therapy to get to the place that he needs to get to
That ain't enough.
in order for him to be good for Melody or any other woman.
Right.
I believe his apology was sincere and he meant it.
Yes.
But he needs individual therapy because he have other issues that's going on with him. Maybe from childhood, not having his dad or whatever. But he needs to deal with that to be a better man for any woman, even for his daughters, to be that better example for them. So he would need to get individual therapy in order to have any type of positive, successful relationship.
Right. Like 5 years worth.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I mean it would be. It may take 8 years. It may take 8 years. It could.
So
but that's what he needs to be better.
Okay, dear Michael. Thank you. So do y'all want him to be single until he gets this intense 5 to 8 year therapy that y'all proposing?
Oh,
he
yes.
needs lifetime therapy. I think he needs lifetime therapy because he needs to be set straight, and he seems like he has these proclivities and things that he just can't control. He just might need to be able to talk his way through them. But I was looking at this and I said that I know it is very clear that they still love each other.
Yes.
Because when you have been with somebody, unless something, I mean, like we know that having a baby is a big deal. But the truth of the matter is, if you have ever been with someone for any length of time, when you break up with them, you have those moments when you remember why you love them, why you were in love with them. And that sometimes can supersede your anger, your disgust, and even your hatred.
Yeah,
I know that Mel was digging at Mama, and you know what? Because she's still hurt, and she's going to be hurt for a while. And I think it's normal, and I only say that because I do that.
Yes.
But hands down, I honestly think that I think I said a few weeks back that there's a possibility that they could get together in the future, and I don't mean near future. I mean the far future, like probably after the kids are grown up. And for his apologies, a lot of us are seeing as him apologizing to Mel over and over again. Yeah, I think maybe the first couple of times he was apologizing to her, and every apology since he's been apologizing to himself, but not as in I'm sorry I did this. I feel sorry for myself for being such a fool. And that's his apology. That's the way I hear it. And I know that he is still attracted to Mel because she's gorgeous. She's fun. She's funny. She has between the two of them, they have created a lovely, lovely family. And
Yes,
them
they have.
coming together on this vacation is a reminder of it. It's a reinforcement of it. They're telling us, as well as their children and themselves, to everybody, that whatever happens between them, this is a family. We're going to be together. We're going to love each other. We're going to celebrate each other, and we're going to support each other.
Yeah, I do agree. Okay, Dr. Love, what do you want to say about this situation?
Well, I was for Mel coming for everybody on the boat. I was really for it. Yeah. I feel like she was testing Martell, and I'm kind of glad she came for Marlene, because Marlene did get to tell her story, you know, because I didn't know she was a single mother working 2 jobs, you know, to where I almost felt that was a little scripted, because she let them know when she sat there, hey, I'm drinking now, don't come with no foolishness. But I feel like, you know, that Mel did come with some foolishness, but she didn't respond the way I feel like Miss Marlene would respond. So, you know, that was good, unless they edited, you know, that part good. But other than that, I was happy for that. And I think, or I feel like she was like, I'm testing Martell on this trip just to see, you know, how far I can go, you know, or if he's really healed as he said he is, which he is so far from healed. And then one thing I noticed Martell kept bringing up, you was singing this song before we was divorced. I don't know which song he's talking about, but if you heard her singing this song, that was a warning sign. So how did you not take heed to it? And why do you keep talking about it as if, I guess, us, the audience, supposed to feel bad for you? When I'm like, if I hear my husband around here singing to the left song, I'm gonna take some heed to some stuff, you know, and it's COVID and I'm leaving and then I'm coming back and this song gone. Like, no, I'm gonna take heed to some stuff. So
I think he's surprised that she actually left him, you know.
Yes,
I feel like maybe she thought he would, you know, he could do whatever, you know, they were making money together. He probably thought he was more than her. You know, some guys are like that. It's like, yeah, you're lucky to be with me. Because you could tell Martel kind of feels himself a little bit.
Yeah. Well, you know what I think, Shan? I really think this. I think that because she stayed through so much, he didn't think that she was ever going to leave.
Exactly.
Case in point is that darn acre, TJ Holmes. What he wrote to his wife for the 10-year anniversary post was absolutely disgusting and deplorable. But the point is, I found out that more on that case, his story. I mean, he cheated before. She didn't know about this affair with this what is her name? Amy. Is her name Amy? The wife didn't know about the affair with Amy, right? She was blindsided by that because they were supposed to be working it out. He had an affair before Amy, and the wife found out about it. And so that's why they was kind of separated and trying to work things out. So he's a serial cheater. And when somebody see that there's a double-edged sword, so to speak, when you forgive somebody and you stay, they get in their head that, you know what, she ain't never gonna leave me. I could do whatever. There are the unicorns out there who realize that they made a mistake if they did it once, and they will change and never do it again. Exactly. But most of them are like Martell, like, oh, she ain't going nowhere. She gonna stay. She'll keep forgiving me. And they learn, because they said you teach people how to treat you. Yeah. They learn what they need to do to get you to break down again and stay. And they just keep doing it over and over again. So I think that Martell just took her through too much. And he knew that, you know, because, you know, they also said that Melanie knew about Ariane, which I kind of do believe, right? Because they said that Melanie went and spoke to her a couple of times and told her to leave Martell alone and not get off because he was married. So when you know that much and your husband knows that you pretty much you tolerating it, he did the most, and he
That's how
didn't
it
think
got
she was
so
ever going to
far.
leave. Huh?
That's how it got so far because
Yeah.
Right.
he saw, okay, there's no consequence to my behavior, so I could just live my best life.
Well,
Have my
no, she
cake today
left.
too.
No, she left. She tried to give him consequences, and they really broke up. And she left and moved out
Oh,
of the home. But Martell, I feel like, really felt she couldn't do all of that business
by herself.
and real estate, yep, by herself. That's
Yeah.
where he really thought he had her at. And he didn't notice that she was the business. She was the brain when it came
Mm-hmm.
to those companies and business.
And
He
I'm
he,
not.
he
I'm
didn't
sorry.
notice that.
I'm not
Oh,
a new watcher of this show. I told you I could take or leave the show. I watch it when I'm desperate. So I haven't watched all the seasons, but I know she's always been beautiful, of course. But that girl leveled up. Like she looks amazing now. He's probably like, damn, I thought she'd be tore down and sad and depressed. You know?
yeah,
He
he
thought he
wanted her
probably
to be
thought that
like Wendy
also.
Williams. He
Yeah.
wanted
Wait,
her
hold
to
on, hold
turn.
on.
Mhm.
Yeah. Wait, hold on 1 second. Shameful. Publicly admitted his wife was an emotional punching bag, and she's talking about T.J. Holmes, I believe. And you are right. It's just shameful. He's just a disaster. And sometimes you got to thank your lucky stars. That you did when someone with like that walks out of your life, or you
Right.
can get to move on from someone like that. And sometimes, depending upon what you believe in, God is like, you know what, baby girl, I'm tired of you being in all this pain. I'm going to make
Mm-hmm.
this thing so public that you're going to have no choice but to
Choice
walk
but to
away.
leave him.
Yep.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
think that's what
Well,
happened with
well,
TJ Holmes' wife. Yes, go ahead, Charlene.
now I'm saying, well, that's the thing with Melody. Had she not had did the show, I believe she would have stayed. But
You
when she
know what?
decided to
Me
do
too.
this,
Me
when
too.
she decided to do the show, and they decided to make this their storyline, all the public support and everything that she got gave her the strength and the will to really and finally leave him.
Or
And
I
I think
think,
that's what did it for her. I
or
think
I
she would have
think,
still be married today to Martel
I don't
because
think that.
nobody really knew but that little town.
Yeah,
But now you
but I
got
don't think
millions. So
that. Yeah, I don't think that. I know to, or I feel for sure it was that baby. I feel like she
oh
probably would have.
yeah,
I
yeah.
feel like she would have stayed with him even on this show. But see, Ariane knew, or whatever we call her, she knew what to do. Like most women know what deal breakers are for marriages, and that's one of them. So all these 7 years, you so-called had all these miscarriages, all these abortions, and you decide once it become public, and once you feel like you've been used and abused on a show and made this man and woman millions, you felt like it was time to have a baby. No, you done that to break them up.
Well, she thought she
That's
was going to be Mel. When she was sitting back like the rest of us watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, she wanted to be Mel. And
Oh
she
yeah.
thought, okay, this is my way. I'm going to trump it. Because as
Oh
much as she
yeah.
talked, she was begging to be a part of that show.
Show.
But
yeah.
Yep.
The Queen Bee blocked it, okay? And they wasn't,
Exactly.
and Carlos King wasn't going to take no Arion over Melody. But hold on, a lot of serial cheaters got to get old, sick, and find God to change. He needs time. You know what's so
Yeah.
funny though? I okay, we're gonna have to. I got to think about this a little bit more. But I
Mhm.
do feel that Martell. I'm not saying he even said he wasn't 100% right. But
Mhm.
I do feel that he's on the road to recovery. Maybe y'all like that word better. Okay. E.
Yeah.
Shandine, thank you so much for the super chat. TJ was with a producer of the show before Amy. Yes, yes, I found that out. Like
You know what?
he's a whole hot mess.
You
He's a whole hot mess.
know
Whole
what
hot mess.
though? Maybe Martel's not a bad person. He's
Okay.
just polygamous,
Oh.
crazy, can't keep his thing in his pants. Cause it's funny, cause some people they're like good father, and then people say you can't be a good father and break up your family. But I feel like there's some people who are like, they have good characteristics and everything, but they just cheat. And I'm not making an excuse. That's
Mhm.
not what I'm saying. But I'm saying maybe Melody is thinking, damn, he was a good father. He was this. We had good times together. But he did that one thing. And if she's a Scorpio, like I know a Scorpio, she's never gonna get back with him. Because
Right.
it only takes one time to do that, like, damning thing. You'll be dead to me forever, like, as a Scorpio. But I don't
Yeah,
know.
and she let him know that, and it's because of that child. She not about to take on that child and cray cray. She just
Yeah.
not about to sign up for that. She just not. And for Martell, even over his cheating, his ego supersedes everything. And that's why he cannot heal and heal quick enough. It is his ego that supersedes everything. And something about he feel like women are supposed to be beneath him.
I
And
get that vibe too.
that's one of his main issues to me, even over cheating.
Mm,
He's what's the words I'm trying to use?
misogynist.
Yeah, he definitely is, because even when they was having dinner and when he told Mel, when Mel was, Mel was being Mel, and he said, and he pretty much, he was slightly aggressive with the way he was like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, knock it off.
Tried to.
Stop being so negative. I'm trying to
Mm-hmm.
talk to you and just get along for the kids. So he does have his negative qualities, but everybody has a little bit of both. Do the
Mm-hmm.
negative outweigh the positive? I don't know. I'm still, out to lunch on that. But I would say overall, if I, say like the bad guy, the worst bad guy is a 10, and the best guy is like a 1 on the spectrum, I'm gonna say that Martell is in the middle for me. Like he's a 5.
Yeah, I would give
Yeah,
him a 7. I would say a
yeah.
7.
7.
Yep. I was just
I would
And
say
thinking
a
and
7
7.
and
too.
Yeah,
Say
he
I
got to
just
get
seven.
to a
this
5.
is not just this is not to justify or anything like that, but y'all know I'm
Mhm.
always try to play the devil's advocate. In Martell's case, and the people are gonna read me for this diva, so get ready for the emails.
Let me go to
Um,
The emails. Y'all better not
we
come for my
have
friend.
to be mindful. We have to be mindful that we are doing a show in Huntsville, Alabama, 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 in a
Uh-oh.
place where it is common and known for men to have other people in their lives, and it is acceptable. Um,
Oh,
Mm.
and I think we kind of had this conversation before, Diva, with the side chick. For a long time, it was known for the side chick to,
Yeah. Yeah.
Right.
These side
into
chicks now are disrespectful, out of line
Right.
and out of pocket.
Right.
You
we are
a
out of
side
style,
chick,
out
you're
of
supposed to be
mind, we
not
are
seen,
quiet.
not heard.
Mm,
Right.
Yep.
If they want to
Now,
And so
continue to
I
get
feel
taken
like that
care of.
right.
Yeah, I feel like Martell, and like I said, this is not justified, but I feel like Martell is just following behind what he has seen and what
Mm-hmm.
he knows,
Mm-hmm.
men are known to do in the South, in the deep South, on top of that. And I think that he just allowed his ego, his misogynistic ways, and his mentality and thought to overcloud his pure judgment.
Yep.
And that is
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
why he's in the situation that he's in.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, so,
okay.
Tasha, hold on one second, guys. Tasha, because I never seen you before, I just gotta, I'm the only one I could see. Okay. You good. You can put your avatar back on. You can put your avatar back on. Thank you. Okay. So no, when I said Martel was a 5, I meant like on his emotional level. No, hands down, we cannot take this from Martel. His looks, the man looks
Yes,
good. We
honey,
we
that is
not
the
going
finest
we,
man.
we, we got to
That's
give
not
credit
That's
where
right.
easy.
credit is due. The man
Look, because
stays
on
in
a good
shape.
day,
What
Bruh, that's what I was saying
Uh-uh.
for a year.
it
I was
slide
like,
if,
right in
if
these DMs.
the man stays in shape, he's a nice looking man. We're not going to take that away from him. And they have a gorgeous family. But I'm talking
Hmm.
about
Yes.
on like emotionally.
mm-hmm.
He's not the
His
worst
character.
guy. Right. His character is he's not the worst. He's not the best. He's in the middle. Like he's somewhere in the middle. Like I don't and I really believe the words that come out of his mouth, I really believe wholeheartedly, I will put everything I own down on the fact that I don't know the reasons, But I will say for sure, I feel that he's sorry that he messed up his thing that he had with
Yeah,
Melody.
yeah, for sure.
Oh
I really do
yes.
feel that way.
Oh
I
yes.
Yeah.
really do.
Now, because he done dated two airheads, he went to Sheree really feeling like,
She
okay,
said two
I am
airheads.
about to level up. Got
Mhm.
over there and was like, what?
Well,
Oh,
he's a fool if he thought that. It took her 14 years to do She by Sheree.
She
Melody
did.
done more than that in 2 days. So if he
2 days,
really
yeah.
thought that he was gonna go level up over there with Sheree, he's a fool. But we
I
gotta
Yeah.
get
feel
to this
like
thing.
when
Wait,
he met Mel, I'm sorry, go
uh-huh.
ahead.
So, okay,
I'm sorry,
let me
Diva.
we gotta talk about this scene because again, you know what? And we're gonna what we got to do sometimes is we got to deal with the scenes in the pockets, guys, right? And
Yeah.
so because if we deal with their whole picture overall, we'll never forgive anybody. But right now, let's deal with this scene in this pocket. The Scott brothers,
Oh
this last
Jesus.
episode. Come on now,
I was
come
shocked.
on now,
Yeah.
give it up, give it up. And let me tell you
Yeah.
something. Marsau is a wordsmith, and we got to give him that title. He can go home and write a whole book on how to gaslight your wife, but then he's just a wordsmith. But this I will give to him. Those brothers love each other.
Mm-hmm.
And what he said to Maurice in that scene between him and Maurice, he hit the nail on the head. He was 100% correct and right. Oh my God, I cried with them too, Michelle. I had to get my cry angle, okay? I had to get my cry angle. Now, Kitty
Triangle.
Cody, y'all know I messed up every now and then. I had to get it. I was like, wait a minute. It was so emotional. Yes, my song had me tearing up. Let me tell you, pretty much he told them, listen, I know you trying to be strong for her. Y'all trying to be strong for each other, but he said y'all just got to let it go and be truthful to each other. And I'm kind of
Yep.
summarizing that thing, right?
Right.
And
Right.
Maurice, I get it. He was beating himself up because he was pushing Kimmy to leave her job and be an entrepreneur, even though that's not what she really wanted to do. And then he talked about the lapse in the moment in the insurance and, how she missed her mammogram
Forgot.
because she
And
kind
she
of forgot
forgot.
about it.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. I think that when you have any spouse or friend and they're trying to encourage you to do something better, is for the most part when it's somebody you love, they're not being malicious. They just really think like, I see this in you, and I
Right.
know that
Right.
you probably will not, have as
Step
much
out.
drama. Right, as much drama because being in nursing is a lot, right? You
Yep.
probably won't have as much drama, and I could see you. You will be this entrepreneur, and you can make tons more money than
Mm-hmm.
you're making right now.
Less
So I know
stress.
he
Mm-hmm.
meant well. And
Mm-hmm.
I felt bad that he was trying to beat himself up because he was thinking, if I didn't push her to do this, then that,
You'd
blah,
have the
blah, blah.
mammogram
And,
sooner.
and and Marcel gave him the right advice because you cannot beat yourself up because if you keep saying the woulda, coulda, shoulda, that's what's going to drive you crazy more than anything else. And when
Right.
those two brothers hugged, God love them. Oh my God, it took me out. I
So
was done.
beautiful.
I was done. And
Yes.
then
Yes.
Maurice finally got to have his moment and break down and release everything that he was going through. Because of course you want to hold it up for the person that is sick and going through everything. And so Maurice was able to have his moment with his brother in a safe space. And
Right.
that's why I
Right.
said hands down. That's why the thumbnail today went to the Scott brothers. Because that's reality TV, people. That's what we want to see. Keeping it real, yes. Not all of these ridiculous shenanigans and made up fights. What Destiny was taking us through the first 22 episodes.
Oh
This
my
is what we
goodness.
want to get to right here.
Shade.
Keeping it real. Okay. Destiny. She was killing me. Yes, yes, yes.
Ugh.
Thank you so much for the super chat. That scene touched my heart. Brotherly love. Yes, that would have been a good
Mhm.
name for my title. You are
Yeah.
correct. Brotherly love. I was here for it. Thank you, Scott
Yes.
brothers, for keeping it real.
Mhm.
And not only that, it kind of helps show people because we all go through similar stuff, right? It's kind of showing people out there in the world, one, that it's okay to cry if you're a man. Two, you
Amen.
too have feelings. Three, Find somebody you can really speak to that's going to hear you out and that's going to give you the true advice, because everybody don't have a brother, but maybe you got a good friend that you can go say to, you know what? Because Maurice said a lot of it. He said, I'm scared.
Mm-hmm.
He said, you know, I feel like I messed up because I was with the insurance thing. And his brother told him, let it go. I'm going to shut up there. The scene was everything. I'll start at the bottom this time. Tasha, you're new in the building. What would you like to add to this conversation?
I mean that scene in particular, I cried. I don't really care for Marcel and Maurice, but in that moment, you know, I had to have my heart.
100%. 100%.
Yes.
Just so you know, though, in real time, on Kimmy's Instagram, she actually
Oh
finished
yeah.
chemo. She rung the
Yeah, she
bell.
rang the
Praise
bell.
God, amen, and so forth and so on. Yes.
Yes.
And wait, do you want to know? Like, I don't get to listen to a lot of like other people's shows and stuff. But do you know that people were dragging her, saying that the scene when she cut her hair, that it wasn't all her hair?
Oh, please.
It was
What?
That was wrong.
disgusting. That was
People are
disgusting.
so
Yeah.
disgusting.
Do now
Yeah,
you
people
see
It
how
was
are
Wrong.
disgusting to
you see
read
what
that.
you see what reality TV has done to us? Not reality
What?
TV in its origins, but as it is now, because it is so contrived that we now question so much.
Everything.
And that's
Everything.
a shame, especially because we are in a period of fellowship, understanding, healing, support, and education in this moment from with this Kimmy situation. But because so much has been pre-produced,
Yeah.
planned, and plotted, people are we're like not people are not believing, and that's a shame.
What?
Yeah. Yeah.
This
You
is
People
made
so
are
it
so
was
stupidness
yeah.
if
it was
that's what people are
sickening.
focusing on. That
What?
that
You
part
mean
of what she's
Right.
people
going
of
through.
our culture could not tell that was her real hair?
Come on now. It was disgusting. But
It
when
was
I look
so
up,
bad.
go ahead. Go ahead,
It
Charlene.
was so bad that Maurice had to go on Twitter to defend his. That man is going through enough already, and for him to have to
Right.
take time out to go up there and defend his wife, that she is not putting on a show. This is not just for TV. It was so hurtful to have
Oh,
to read that and feel that he had to do that
that's why she
at
put a
this
tweet
point.
out too.
He
Okay, I
wants
So
they
understand
need to get
now.
our
disgusting.
comments.
Yeah.
She
Oh,
said
And
something to the effect that she was something with Oprah, because Oprah has a show about hair or something,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
trying
was
to,
like like she was trying to perform for Oprah,
oh
basically.
Jesus.
yeah, no,
what?
it was disgusting.
Oh my
I post
goodness.
on my community page the blogger that I don't want to mess up her name. I gotta look it back up because I was scrolling, I saw the video and I was like, wow, people really that first of all, that was the last thing on my mind in that scene. And two,
Right.
Mhm.
it 200%, not even 100%, it 200% looked like her hair. It was her hair.
Mhm.
But
And
That's
Right.
right.
to think that someone would play games with something like this,
So
like, come on
serious.
now.
Ooh.
You could
But
Right.
you know,
tell.
Diva,
Yeah.
we don't know
But
anymore because
Mia,
people like
Uh,
Mia get on TV.
that part.
We
Right.
don't know
And
whether
act
you're
the
lying or
fool.
telling the truth. So unfortunately, everybody questions everyone now because those who really aren't going through it want so attention so bad.
Mia.
They do whatever to get it. So it is very
Bad.
unfortunate. That's very unfortunate.
yeah,
And you
you're
know the
right.
fifth thing it showed in this scene, Diva?
They had the
What?
It
proof.
showed that life is not perfect. Because we all watch these reality TV, we see all these fancy cars, these nice clothes,
Right. The
expensive dinners, and
perfectness.
vacation, and you just think, oh my God, if I had so much money, I would never get sick. My life would be perfect. I love how it shows that life is not perfect. It doesn't matter who you are. Illness can affect anyone, you
Yeah.
know.
Mhm.
And I really
Mhm.
feel like people say in this show, like, oh, all the men cheat, they have 20 baby mamas, all this stuff. But nobody could tell me that Maurice does not love Kimmy. You could
That
just
part.
feel it. You could feel it in the
Yes.
screen.
Yes.
And I showed my
Yes.
boyfriend the clip because like his mom passed away 3 years ago from breast cancer, and he was there
Mhm.
because he lived with her at the time, but he was there during that period, and I was just like, that's crazy because you want to find a man like that because it's
Yes.
really
Yeah.
in sickness or in health, and nobody could tell me that man does not love his wife.
That part.
Mhm.
Right. All right.
That so you know what? Taking care or being by someone and by someone's side when they're going through that can be a lot. And you know
Yeah.
what? That's why I really, really commend him. And I think it also helps the patient when they know that the person that's helping them doesn't feel like they're a burden. Um, I commend the both of them. I mean, Kimmy and
Mhm.
Maurice for even allowing this to go down on TV,
Right.
for us to
Right.
all see and
Mm-hmm.
sharing this moment with us, but also sharing it in a positive way. I don't
Mhm.
Exactly.
listen. I have my love-hate relationship with Nene. But everything with her and Greg, it might have been real, but that it wasn't the same type of positivity.
Mhm.
Because
I don't
she
feel like they took us on a journey the way that Kimmy
right.
is taking us on this journey.
Yes,
Because
thank
Kimmy
you
is
for
really
helping me,
giving us
Gordy.
the backstory of really what is going on. We have literally been from literally the beginning, from when she talked about finding the lump,
Hmm.
literally up until now to the point current today where she's no longer going through the chemo treatment. She has completed
hmm
that. So I think that was the difference. But I also feel like that Kimmy went into this after she made the decision, knowing that she wanted to be the face, if you may, of
Yep.
this for right now. I don't feel like Nene went into it wanting to be the face and wanting to disclose what was really going on with Greg, only because I feel
right.
like, in my opinion, that her and Greg still had so much going on personally
Come
that
on, Roy. Yeah.
it just really wasn't,
Yeah.
the timing to really display that, because when you're sick and then you also got personal stuff going on too, you
hmm
probably are not the best caregiver
Double
that you want to
down.
display on TV.
Ooh, Lord,
So
go
That
there.
is so
Right.
deep.
Roy,
Well
you
said.
said it best. I couldn't
Right.
get it out
Hmm.
my
Right.
mouth, but you said it
Right.
best. And thank you
Um,
for that. Yes.
right. But
Okay.
not
That's
only
why you're
that
here.
too.
No,
Not
wait,
only
hold
that
on one
too.
second.
Oh,
Hold on one
mhm.
second. Can we get an amen?
Amen.
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 That is a word.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, you said it absolutely best because they had personal dynamics that were going on before the diagnosis. Where when we look at Kimmy and Maurice, they was in love before the
Mhm.
diagnosis. So
Yeah.
yes, you killed it right there. You explained it best.
Mhm.
No, we're not. We know no. Yes, we're yeah. Don't be unfair to Nene. No, we're not.
No,
He
no,
said it
no,
best.
no.
Right. Yeah,
Yeah, he
and
said it
that's what I
best.
was gonna say. I
Look,
was
we
gonna
love
say some
Nene,
things.
okay?
Yes,
Yes,
we
we
do.
love
Yes,
Nene.
we do. Yes,
Right,
we
but
do.
I was gonna say some things to say
Yes.
that was not their first time going through it. And Nene got off of TV one time or got off the show for a year also because she did not want to display it. So if I'm not
Mm.
mistaken, that was Greg's third time or second or
Oh
third.
Mhm.
wow.
Yeah, that wasn't their first time dealing with it.
Okay.
So that kind of, played a part in it too. And then another part is that Greg is the man, and was Nene backbone, and it's a lot she had to stop, you know, because of, you know, what happened with him. It was a lot of traveling she had to stop because she didn't have a best friend to go traveling with her back and forth to California, and a lot of stuff she said like that, but
Well,
yeah.
but illness impacts the family. When one member is ill, it impacts the family, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so a lot of times what I saw in the hospital was one person, like one parent, if they was fortunate enough that it was a two-parent household, would literally have to quit their job because what job is going to allow you that every time, like if you got a child going through cancer, like you could take off 3 days out the week to take them to
Right.
the appointments or stay in the hospital with them all the time. Or you know what, sometimes like in the middle of the night, you never know what can happen. And the jobs,
Right.
they can be but so understanding when it comes to that. But
Mm-hmm.
I think we're all in agreement that all the way around across the board, um, Maurice and Kimmy, hands down, bravo. The way y'all handled this, bravo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, bravo,
Yeah.
bravo, bravo. The way they handled it as a couple, just loving each other, being there for
Mm-hmm.
each other. And
Mm-hmm.
for Maurice being so understanding and trying to be so strong for Kimmy, but
Right.
he got his relief by going
From
and
his
talking to
brother.
his brother.
Yes, from his brother. My question was, because I am like super problem solver as part of my career. But my
Mhm.
only question was, I know, he really beat himself up about the insurance situation. I'm just wondering, why did she not pay to get her mammogram? Because when
You
it
know how
comes to
much
my health, I will come off some stacks. And I will
No, I
find
think
somebody else stacks if I need
no.
to.
Right. Let's talk about that for 1 minute. But let me just address this. Um, let me tell you. What is how do you say that? Fiction reads.
uh-huh.
Listen. We gotta we gotta how should I say this? Here, let me
Be
just say this.
realistic.
We wasn't trying to come for Nene. It was an
Right.
example.
Right.
We was just doing a comparison, but we love Nene and we do know that people deal with things differently. So we
And we
wasn't
can
trying
have
to
our
come at her neck.
opinions. We
Yeah,
can have our
that part
opinions.
and that part right there. So when it comes to mammograms, okay, so let me say this that I wanted to address this. So I'm glad you brought it up, Dr. Love. The best thing I could tell anybody in this world, no matter what you do in this world, make
That's
sure
right.
that you find yourself having some insurance, some health insurance, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Don't ever in your life, to the best of your ability, do
Mm-hmm.
anything and not have any insurance, okay? Because a
Or,
mammogram
mhm,
costs thousands of dollars. And
yeah.
then the thing
Yes.
is, even if you get the mammogram and then they find like something where they want to do another image,
Additional imaging.
Mm-hmm.
More
you could be
thousands.
out 5 grand just like that. And that's a lot, I think, for the average person to just be coming up out of pocket. And
Or,
these doctors,
oh,
and I'm gonna let you back in. These
okay.
doctors and these radiology places and all of that, once
Mm-hmm.
they find out you don't have an insurance card,
Be
half of
careful.
them don't even want to look at you,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
let alone they won't even make the appointment. You
Mm-hmm.
would literally have to go down there, beg them, give the your credit card or your money or whatever. They gotta make sure it clears, and then they'll
Mhm.
set you an appointment. But none of them really want to touch you without insurance because it's not just the radiology, the mammogram. It's
Mm-hmm.
other like the doctor that comes
Appointments.
in and talks to you and all
Diagnosis.
of that. You got to pay for when that
The
doctor say hi
specialty.
to you or that
Mm-hmm.
radiologist. That's money. But it's
Or,
not money
Mhm.
you have to think about if you have an insurance card. So yes,
I think
And
she
by the
don't
way, you
even
know
think
what?
she
The truth
needed
is,
so,
it.
you can, if you're
so,
without
Oh.
insurance at any point, you can't,
mhm.
you don't typically pay today for insurance and be insured today. There's often a waiting period.
Yeah, but not only that, I was going to say, like, at our hospital or the hospitals, there are programs, there are sliding
scale,
sliding
sliding
scale
scale.
fees. There is a lot of ways that you can be helped. So I'm just saying, for women, you don't have to skip, even if you are switching jobs and you're not getting insurance for 90 days. You really do not have to skip a mammogram and appointments, because there is a way to get these things.
I don't think it
Yeah,
had to
but
do with the
those
money.
programs.
I
Let
think
me just
she
throw this. Let me just throw this in there. Those programs are those programs too, but yes, those programs are available. But I don't think. I think it was like an oversight, so to speak, right?
Yeah.
It's
yes.
Oh,
like it
yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like it
Oh, I'll
was
do
like,
it next
oh,
month.
my mammogram, right? That part. It was like, oh, my mam. I'm supposed to get my mammogram this month. Oh, I go in December. Oh, I go here. Or I go there. Just
Mm-hmm.
like me, I'm about to squeeze mine in. Before the end of the year, and I got less than 30 days. Okay. Even when I had to go get
Look
my
at
colonoscopy, because the thing that
24 days.
thank you, pray for that. And and the reason why I delayed my colonoscopy is because that prep is a beast. Um,
Yes.
it's a
Yeah.
beast. They gotta find a better way. Literally,
Yes.
you in your house, you in your house thinking you gonna die. I think the prep should be done in a hospital. They should stick an IV in you. I cannot. I told my doctor next time I'm due, like we gonna have to figure out something different. But my girlfriend told me
they have a
that she was able to take pills,
yes,
right?
they have a pill now. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
see, Robin, I wish but then they was like, oh,
It costs
Oh,
more.
the insurance doesn't pay for the pill,
Exactly. Right.
but I would have
oh,
paid for them.
Diva.
Yes,
Or you could take it at home. You know that commercial when they send that that little box
you talk. Yeah, I
that you,
know. You talking about Cologuard and all that, but you know what? That's
yeah,
not
you
as
could do that.
Yeah, that's not as
It's not as
effective as
conclusive.
you going to actually go get a colonoscopy. But yes, you can. So I did both, right? Yeah, the go lightly ain't no joke. And sorry for all of those that don't need it, haven't gone, don't know about it. We apologize for this conversation right now. But so yes, you can, Charlene, do that. But the most effective way is to go ahead and go let them do the, do your colonoscopy and put you under whatever. But it's brutal, guys. But it's something that has to be done. But it is brutal. I felt like I was going to be dehydrated. I was like, I'm not going to take not one more laxative. I'm done. They're going to see what they see. When they put that scope in me, they're going to see what they see. And it's going to be what it is because I'm over it. Okay?
Right.
Yes, I was done. Yes. But anyway, all I can say is make sure you get insurance. But as Dr. Love was saying, in the hospital, they have charity care. They do have some doctors that will do a sliding scale, but it can get really ugly if you start to need specialists and all of that. I don't care how much money you make, you will run out of cash trying to pay to go from specialist to this and that. It's just too much money. Always have some type of insurance. So Mary said, I was so darn hungry before my colonoscopy procedure. Let me tell you, in mine, once they was done, I felt like the doctors and the nurses, they was trying to kick me out and I was still drowsy. Like, luckily, like my girlfriend was there for me. The doctor came and spoke to me and I don't know what he said. It was like a whole factory type of situation. I don't know what he said. I was like, and it was like, okay, here's some crackers, some juice, bye. I was like, what's
That's what they do.
happening?
That's what they do in ambulatory surgery. They be like, out, my friend works in it.
It sucks. I was like, this, I can't even see it. I can't even see it. What's going on? I did Lisa, I did Cologuard before too. I did it before too. But I also did maybe we'll have a whole conversation about this another day. I also did a clinical study. So yeah. So you have to Blue Cross Blue Shield. You work for Blue Cross Blue Shield, Michael?
I think Kimmy just put it off, like, because I've done that before where I'm just like, I'll do it next month. Like, I'm supposed to get my eye check since like February. My glasses work, my contacts, I still have some left. I'll do it next month. It's like
we
that,
all do
you
it.
know? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
And then you're walking around blind and can't see like me.
I have one pair of contacts left.
Put your whole face to the book and whatnot. Right. Okay, so let's see. What else happened in this scene? Did anything else happen? I'm trying to think. Was that it? Was that everything?
I think that was it with the brothers, but oh my gosh, the brother scene, oh my god, that episode should have been called Brotherly Love because
Yes.
literally the brotherly love that was given. It was so nice, in my opinion, to see a vulnerable, soft side of Marceau. I didn't think he had it in him. I didn't think that he could be so compassionate and caring, and it also gave me a peek into Marceau's and Maurice's relationship and how actually really close they are as brothers. Because sometimes, we in 4 seasons now, and the 4 seasons that I've been watching this show, I kind of question Maurice and Marceau's relationship throughout the time because a lot of things they agree on, but then a lot of things they have very different perspectives. And so it just kind of made me really curious of their brotherly relationship. But Saturday night was a confirmation that they truly have a love, support, and a caring relationship for each other and for each other's spouses. Because the way that he was just so sincere about Kimmy, you can tell that Marceau has a deep love and respect for Kimmy and the respect for Marceau, for Maurice's and Kimmy's relationship, as well as Tisha. So it was just nice to really be able to see that, and it was nice to watch them be able to hug because I feel like that is one thing as a man we do not see that often as men actually not dapping each other up, but wrapping our arms around each other and actually just showing that loving support that you need to be undergirded and just lifted up in that moment where you feel weak. And I love that we were able to see that, and that we were able to hear and see the tears from
Yep.
both Maurice and Marsau, to have that sensitive moment as brothers and as men, helping one another through this journey we call life. Love and Marriage Huntsville. What else can you say?
Yeah.
Come
I hope
on
that
now.
they. I,
Amen. Amen. It was a
amen.
good. But wait,
Amen.
hold on, Miss Dugan. You
Yes.
know what? Your doctor does have to give you the prescription.
Mm-hmm.
Walgreens can't just change it. It's a prescription
Right.
for the pills. But it's like 3 pills, and my girlfriend said it was the best thing ever. Yeah, because I told her I was over in my house struggling, and meantime she chilling because she popped some pills, okay? And I got all these laxatives, this, that. It was
Go
ridiculous,
right.
okay? Yeah, it was disgusting. I can't. Remember, there's always Cobra. Yes, I think we got to have a separate conversation about this, D. But the
Right.
thing is, you know what? Too, Cobra is expensive. It's a lot of money. So it all
Mhm.
depends on. A lot of times, people they let it lapse, so they don't have it because they just don't have the money. For some people, Cobra can be like a
A
rent
car
payment.
note.
A
Hmm.
car note, a rent payment.
Hmm.
Yes, that part right there is
Oh
it's a
yeah.
lot. And so, Lisa, God bless you. You said you never put yours off. Yes, that's a good thing. Um, so Cobra is so expensive. Woo, but yeah, it is available. So yeah, Cobra is expensive. So that's why, healthcare is a problem. Bye, Michael, if you're still here, if you didn't leave yet. Healthcare is a definite problem, right?
Oh yes.
Um, and the thing is, that is why, what do you call it? President Obama tried to come out with Obamacare,
Care. Right.
right?
Hmm. Yep.
Because he knew that, healthcare was a major issue,
How
and he was
bad.
trying to solve it and kind of help us out. Like
Right.
it really, is just a big problem, and
And
it's
people are
an
living
essential lot
longer
of.
and getting sicker.
Hmm.
People are
That's
living longer. People are getting sicker. The world's a
Mhm.
mess. And
yeah.
healthcare is too damn expensive, but whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's true.
it really is. So it's like but you know what? It's like, what can we do about it? And but I will tell you this: doctors, what they get as payment now is nowhere the amount that they used to get, before they started all of these HMOs and all of that. So a lot of doctors are frustrated. And then we have a lot of people that saying, hey, why go to medical school? So I will say this: the people that still go to medical school, they truly want to be doctors. Because there's a lot of people like, why am I going to spend all this money going to medical school, and then I'm going to be in all of this debt and
Yeah.
not get paid? Like, it's just insanity.
But
So
you're
I think
supposed to get paid.
overall, yeah,
Right.
something needs to be done with
It's the
healthcare. But
surgeon. If anybody's listening, I want to be a doctor, be a surgeon. Surgeons, they make money. The
Oh
OR
yeah.
doctors, the regular hospitalists, because I talk to them all the time. I'm telling you, be a surgeon. Be a surgeon.
wait, wait,
They make
But you
money.
have to have it in your heart
yeah,
to be
that's
a
what I was going to
surgeon
say.
or whatever it is in a medical
Right, but
field
I'm saying
that
like
you
the
go into.
regular, the primary care doctors, the hospitalists, they don't make like, what you think a doctor would make. But like a surgeon, they get paid. So I'm
Yeah,
saying if somebody wants to be a doctor.
yeah. Wait, LLO, Obamacare ends in 2023?
What? Oh
I didn't
wow.
know that. That's going to be sad. What are all of those people going to do?
I didn't know
Exactly.
that either. I'm gonna have to do some research on that because
Right.
that uh
Yeah, we haven't
Yeah.
heard that.
Oh, who said Kate said, what is Obamacare? um, yeah, you know what? Obama, the president, came up with a whole insurance policy for those people that were uninsured. Let me see how far back y'all go with your reality shows. I don't remember the name of it. Do y'all remember that reality show? I think it was based out of New Jersey. It was females. I don't know if I want to call them Belle something. Darn it. What is the name of that reality show? But anyway, one of the girls on that show, she actually ended up passing away. She died because her makeup artist like noticed when he was doing it. I don't know if it was a he or she, but the makeup artist noticed one day when they was doing the makeup that her eyes looked green, right? Um,
Wow.
she ended
Oh
up
wow.
Was it Bell Collective?
Bell collectors. That's what I was gonna say.
Collective, yeah. Okay, no, not my wife. It might have probably been Bell Collective, but it was a really cute little reality show. It was all females. Everybody's telling me, yeah, Bell Collective. Okay, thank you. And so she real like the makeup artist realized that her eyes look green and told her she needed to go to the doctor. She went to the doctor, ended up having cancer, and the only way that she was able, like she didn't, because she was like an entrepreneur. She did not have. Wait, Bell Collective is the show that's out now, right? No,
Right.
Yeah.
Toya, you gotta look it up. It's not it, but I feel like it said something with Bell in it.
It was young. It
In New
wasn't young
Jersey.
girls, young women from New York City. They were black.
Yep,
One worked for like Essence and some one of the magazines.
yep.
The name will come to me, and it was on Bravo, I believe.
Yeah, I don't know,
Give
but
me.
you've
I'll,
been speaking
let
about
me
a
think
show
on
in a
it.
past tense. Yes, yes, yes. You're right, Nano. It's a past tense show. No, not Blood, Sweat, and Tears. No.
No,
It was based out of New York, guys.
one lived in Brooklyn.
Yeah, one lived in Brooklyn. You got it. You got it. One, yes, Brooklyn, New York. One called herself like the something of New Jersey, like the. But either way, one of the girls on there, the makeup artist told her she went to the doctor. She never had insurance, and then she only reason why she was able to get insurance was because of Obama, and she had trouble getting her meds and paying for her meds. But it was so sad. She was a young girl. I want to say either 30 or under, and she ended up dying.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, oh yes, thank you, Miss Wilson. Miss Melissa Ford was on it. Yes, yes. What's the name of it? Yes,
I'm looking at
Daisy. It had Hills in the title, did it, D? Daisy, that was Daisy. Oh, you saying the one that passed away, her name was Daisy?
Oh wow.
Oh.
Yeah, but
The name
either
of the
way,
show was Blood, Sweat, and Heels.
Blood, Sweat, and Heels. Yes, there you
was
go.
it?
Yes,
Blood, sweat, and heat.
Blood,
yes.
Sweat, and Heels.
Wow, I don't remember that being the name. Okay, when somebody wrote that in there and I didn't remember that being the name. Oh, they said Mel Brooks said it was on Bravo, Blood, Sweat, and Hills. Well, I don't
Yeah.
remember it being on Bravo, but yes, it was those ladies, and I never forget. Yes, I was right. Rest in peace, Daisy. Yes, that was Daisy. Okay, so yeah, Blood, Sweat, and Hills. It is okay. So yeah, it was called Blood, Sweat, and Hills. But I mean, really, yes, that was a great show. It was a really good show, but I never forget. Yes, they were bloggers. Thank you. It's all coming back to me now. But really cute show. But the thing is, though, like since she was an entrepreneur, they said it was. You think it was gallbladder cancer? I thought it was liver, but you could be right. I don't remember everything, but I just remember that it was so sad. Once she found out that she had cancer, and then she was. I never forget. There was this scene that she was literally on the bed with all of these bills from all the different it was just crazy. And I said to myself when I was watching that, we really need to do something about healthcare in this world, because that just doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense that someone is denied access, right? Insurance is expensive, that someone has to worry about, chemo drugs is so expensive, it's
Oh
insane.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that
yeah.
thank you, pretty. Yeah, she was a
Even
fashion
IV
blogger.
Tylenol. You'd be surprised.
Yeah.
They really give IV Tylenol in the hospital. Like, you can give Tylenol through the IV. And
Yep.
like
Right.
the pharmacy will say, like, oh, the doctor ordered da 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 da. Why IV Tylenol? They told us like IV Tylenol, just Tylenol in liquid form is very expensive.
Oh yeah.
And I was surprised. It's really expensive. Even though you
Yeah.
can get the pill Tylenol for like $10, but
Yeah.
Derby
Anything in a
Diva
hospital. Anything in a
is
hospital
Mhm.
costs.
yeah.
I just want
Go
to
ahead.
say, I really want, and I don't know if Carlos King has it in him, but I really want him to take this show back to what it was supposed to be, and us
Yeah.
He
as
does not have it
watchers.
in him.
I remember when this show first came on, I'm like, okay, some real estate investors, entrepreneurs, they about to teach us some things. And it started off maybe one or two scenes, and after that it went downhill. And
Yes,
We
yes.
talk about that
and
every
I'm
week.
just like, I don't know if it can happen, if Carlos King can will it back and put more positively things out that are worth seeing, like we seen with Maurice and Marsau. It's just like
He
we
don't
look
have
at
it in
them.
him.
He
He
doesn't
Okay.
don't
have
I
have
it
it
was
in
in
about
him.
to
him.
say
Mel
But
he's
says
not
she'll
ready
never
yet.
work with them again.
haven't I been saying for weeks now that they seem like
Okay,
they're
I'll
trying
say my
to
breath.
right this ship? I
He's,
apologize, but we've been saying that we've been complaining about this. Well, we meaning me for weeks,
Mm-hmm.
mhm.
and over the last 3-4 weeks, we've seen a shift in what they've presented. And if you ever like troll the internet, especially YouTube, I was surprised at how many content creators have levied the complaint, even having whole videos where they've addressed Carlos King specifically and told him to fix it because you're not
Yeah,
doing right by us. And I
yeah, because they're
apologize.
professionals.
We
I
are
think
Yeah,
Dr. Love for
yeah.
cutting you off.
Sorry, yeah,
Go ahead, Charlene.
I was gonna say, I think that's part of what Melanie and Martel have wanted to do when they had a big that meeting when they were
yep.
just the 6 original
Mm.
couples started to come
Hmm.
back, and that's what you're seeing more of, the 6 originals, to try to get it back to where they wanted it to be instead of it becoming as disrupted as it is now. I think they was trying to get it back to that place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Lorraine, you're right.
Carlos loves
But
Carlos
drama.
doesn't have it in him. He doesn't trust the audience. He thinks we need drama in order to watch. What happened to Carlos King's show?
His
I
little
think it
midnight
was taken
show.
off the air.
Yeah,
Mhm.
his little
He
talk
still
show.
has his podcast though.
Yeah, I don't think they do it anymore.
Yeah, because he was causing
Yeah.
too much mess and drama. He wasn't
He
Yeah.
really
loves the
interviewing
drama.
people. Yeah, he had
But
Wanda
Mel
on there
says she
being
would never
alone.
work with the other couples again.
Oh, I don't
Wait,
blame her.
who said that?
Mel, she says she would never work with them again as far as real estate.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't
when it
blame
comes to
her.
the project,
Listen, you know what? Here's the thing. I think that at the very least, they started off with a good try with the situation. I
Hmm.
think that them showing us, I have a feeling, right? Because at first when they took a break when they was on, I was wondering why they took a break. And I've often wondered now, did they take a break because they knew about Kimmy's diagnosis and they had to figure out, if she was going to incorporate it and share it with the world and share it with us, or if she
Oh,
wasn't.
right.
Yeah, but you know
Okay.
what? Either way, now I appreciate the break even more. I appreciate her sharing, and I appreciate because the show was going down that wicked path that many of them go down now,
Because
where
he's trying
all
to be
it
Real
is
Housewives.
yeah, all it
Hmm.
is like bickering and fighting and stupid stuff. Where now we get to see something real, and it's kind of circling back. Although I think Melody was plucking away at Martell, I will say it's reality, right? Because sometimes, although you forgive, when you see the person, that pain still rises up,
Hmm.
and you want to throw a stone at them, like,
Yes.
like it pisses
It's
you off
Diva.
all over again, right? So I think I could deal with that realness, but where Martell and Melody, what they're going through right now, I still think she was disrespectful to Miss Marlene, but I'm gonna let it go. Okay.
but you
If
know what? I'm
Carlos
really
would
glad
try
that
to
this
be him,
part two was, or the second part of the reunion, the second part of this season. I'm glad that they took a break, and I think they took a break as well, what you were saying, Diva. But also, I think that Carlos was able to see that the show really was not being what he
Given.
recreated
Hmm.
it to be. And
Right.
I don't know if you guys listened, but on one of Dr. Heavenly's live, the last reunion, he did a live with Dr. Heavenly, and he
oh
was saying
yeah,
that he created Love and Marriage Huntsville with Married to Medicine in mind, because there were no shows
Mm.
that was really given that marriage, portion of it, but we're housewives. So I really think that also they took a break because of that, but also because the show was kind of taking a turn of not being a part of love and marriage. We were being part of mess and mess.
Right.
like everybody's saying. It was giving Real Housewives. It was
Yeah.
giving, all of
Love
these
and hip
Bravo
hop.
shows. And I
Yeah.
love in hip hop, yes. And I really
Right.
think that we were able to come back in this second part and really turn the narrative and give us what we come for to own, which is Love and
Right.
Marriage Huntsville, which is grown adults acting like adults and being adults, still having that petty side, yes, but
Yeah.
seeing the family come back together, ending the show, and being able to be on one accord in one place, doing what we know how to do, which is be adults, get along, love one another, and still have our conflict, but come together at
Right.
the end of the day and make it be what it's supposed to be.
I
And
I
think
don't
he
agree with
likes
forget,
the
you.
show being like a mess.
and don't
Because you know
forget they
what? I
need.
feel like he's trying to create like a little mini housewives. You know how it's like based on drama? I feel like
Yeah.
Carlos likes the drama. Like if you listen to him, he likes,
Yeah.
the
He
drama.
does. He
Yeah.
does.
And
Of course, he loves the drama,
I
but
feel like he's
with
happy
this
it's me
show,
like this.
yeah. But I think with this show, of course, any show you're going to need to have some
A little
drama.
drama,
But
yeah.
this say Love and Marriage Huntsville, and we thought people were going to be building houses and showing some, business entrepreneur. So why did you not have, or Carlos didn't have enough of sense to mix it? I'm still waiting for them to build a house, or at least show a house they built. All I
Well,
see is they roll up on the
what part
land.
of the situation is, to be very honest with you, he came from Housewives. He came from the Real Housewives of Atlanta. So
Right.
part of his mentality on how to build up a reality channel, a reality kind of empire is based on that Real Housewives of Atlanta mentality. Because remember, when
Mhm.
he was there, give credit where credit is due. He was there for the best years, some of the best
The
years of
popping
Roa came when Carlos King was over there producing.
producer.
And
Yeah,
so
but that's
I
what that show
personally
was
think,
given.
yeah, but he don't know how to break
And
away
he's
from it.
trying to be a
And
little
see,
Andy Cohen.
that's
Right.
what I was getting ready to say. That's his other
He's
problem
not
too,
being him
right?
like
He's
his true
not being
self.
authentic.
He's doing the
I
same
think he
type of
was
thing, I
trying to
feel like.
compete with Andy.
Or compete, you're right.
No, he definitely is competing with Andy because he left.
Or trying
The
to.
whole Phaedra thing was the breakdown and the reason, part of the reason from what we heard, why Carlos
Mm,
left, right? And
Right.
so at that point, let's keep it real. He was pissed, right? He was pissed.
yes.
It's like, I dedicated my life to Roa. I brought Roa all of these numbers into where they are at this point. So we got one incident with Phaedra and I gotta go. So this Love and Marriage Huntsville and him going to own was the, you see me now type of moment. And him doing his own show was a little nod to Andy. Okay, you got, Watch What Happens Live. I have my show. And I like Carlos King a lot, but that show was a hot flaming mess.
A
Okay.
Mess.
mess.
Yep.
He
But
had
you know
some
what,
Exactly.
hair
Diva?
that was bigger than him.
Right.
He looked like he's 2 feet tall. They could have did better.
But Diva, you know what else is
What show?
also? I think that Carlos, as far as the show, I think when Melanie and Martell fell apart, it
Yes.
threw a wrench in the plan of what they
Yes,
really thought was going to happen. And I
100%.
think that's where we kind of got that,
Yep.
as far as
The train
kind
was
of verging
derailed.
away.
The
Yeah,
Yeah,
train
that's
was
derailed,
true.
derailed.
literally,
That's
And
literally.
to
true.
the point where Melody
That's
even
true.
said, Carlos came to her, and I think he admitted it too, and said, "Don't break up with Martell."
Hmm.
Carlos King said he said it to Mel. Mel said he said it to her, and I do believe that because part of it was he probably felt a little bit like he knows those couples in real life, right?
Hmm.
Right.
And so I really do believe that because a lot of people, it's not that they all bad. So I think that Martell has a problem being monogamous, like being with one person, but I don't
Mhm.
think his whole character is just so flawed.
Right.
No.
He has
I
some
think
other
so
things
too.
going on with him, but I could picture him when he's with the people and he's hanging out. He's a likable person.
And
Because
he's
even
cute.
yeah,
Sorry.
well, that part right there. But Lorraine, let me just throw this in there. Lorraine, you are correct. Carlos got a lot of backlash, and if you're talking about the Ms. Wanda fight in complaints on Instagram and Twitter, Yes, he did. And I think that was
Mhm.
another reason why they shut down production for a minute, to hope people would kind of forget, and let
Mhm.
that whole
Mhm.
thing go. And so there was all type of protests and all type of, oh, we're going to sign petitions to get Miss Wanda
Right.
off the show.
Mhm. Yep.
It was a lot. Here's the thing too, though, which what I don't like is, Miss Wanda is Miss Wanda. But what I didn't like about them saying get Miss Wanda off the show, y'all want reality. Y'all tell these reality stars to push the button because y'all want the ratings, but y'all don't get mad until y'all find out that the fans are pissed, and then you want to reprimand them. Y'all see the
Mm-hmm.
footage way before y'all put it out to us.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
if
If
y'all
they're
Right.
thought, go ahead.
if they're gonna keep Miss Wanda on, they need to go to VH1
Right.
because OWN is
Or
Oprah
Zeus.
Winfrey Network.
Or
Well, it used
Zeus.
to
So they
be.
could go over there with Mama D.
Right. Exactly.
Period.
Listen, listen,
Or
listen.
give
Own,
her a
own a
show. Or
little
give her
messy.
her own
Own has
Right.
show
gotten
on
a little
Zeus.
messy too, though, right? Own,
Mhm.
own has gotten a little messy too. But all I'm saying is, before they go anywhere, right? You can't reward somebody for bad behavior, and then you want to turn around and slap them on the hand for the bad behavior. Which one do you really
Right.
want to do? Because even Dr. Heavenly said it. On screen, what's his name? Andy wanted to tell her, oh, don't you think how many years you gonna do this, that, and the other? And then
Mm-hmm.
when Dr. Heavenly asked him, behind the scenes, he was like, no, I love it. Keep it up. You're doing right. So it's like,
Yeah.
don't do, you're paying mind games with people, and it's not fair
Right.
because
I'm telling
it's
you,
just
these hosts
go
love
ahead.
the drama. And I'm so sorry, Diva. I thought you
No,
were
it's okay.
done. I
No,
cut
it's
you
okay.
off
It's
like a
okay.
million times. I'm so sorry.
No, we're all right. We're okay. We're okay. But that's just my point. It's like they reward them. And they wait, D said Diva sounds like she's drinking a little of the Martell Kool-Aid. He has very little good in him. Oh my God, D. We gotta cut him some slack, right? Oh, Candace speaks, you are correct. It's still a number game. So it's a hard balance to make. So before we close this thing out, we gotta have some questions here. Are we giving Martell somewhat of a pass, people? I'm gonna go around right here. I mean, I really think he's sincere. I think he means it. I think his apologies was heartfelt. And after all, don't we have to forgive people? Royer, are we giving Martell a pass? Are we accepting his apology?
Think about it. Think about it.
You better speak the truth and shame the devil.
Think about it.
Oh my gosh, Diva, why you put me on the spot like this?
Come
Okay.
on, we going around. These are the
Now
quick fire
listen,
questions. They the quick
y'all.
fire questions.
I'm gonna have to jump on the train with Diva. We got to forgive Martell, and we got to get this chat rolling
No.
onto the spirit of forgiveness. Let's go.
No.
Diva, you gonna get me knocked out in these emails, man.
Right.
Shan, are we forgiving? Are we forgiving Martell? Oh my God.
I,
See,
I
LLL, you don't got to do that. She said one good episode versus 5 years of cheating. Now, see, come on.
Seven.
You,
I'm
7
not.
We
years.
had
you
3
trying
good
to influence
episodes.
the jury. You're trying to influence the jury, LLL. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I think
7
she should
They
years.
told me
forgive.
to wake up. Come on, Shan. Are we
I think
forgiving
she should
Martell?
forgive. She should forgive him for her own good because people say like forgiveness is for you.
Come on, I like that.
But if I was on vacation on the beach with Martel and his shirt was off, and I remember all the good times we had, I'll probably forgive him that day.
No. No.
I'll
No.
forgive him that day, and then I'll go back to not forgiving him.
Yeah,
Imagine being on the
no,
beach. This is the
Shan.
guy you've been with for 12 years. I'm sorry.
That's his
I'm being
Yeah,
problem.
Shan. You gonna forgive him that day, and you gonna wake up with Sugar Mama 2 in your belly.
Right.
forgive him, but don't get back with him.
Okay. Uh-huh.
But
Charlene, are you forgiving Martell?
Yes, I am forgiving Martel. I
Oh,
believe him in I forgive.
Thank you, Charlene. Yes, okay, yeah, we're gonna forgive and not gonna reconcile. Okay, that's fine with me. Robin, are you forgiving Martel?
Yeah, I'm gonna forgive him because it takes too much energy not to. But I'm gonna keep him at arm's length distance.
Okay, I can accept
Except for
that.
one day. One
6
day.
feet. We doing 6 feet. We doing 6 feet. Okay, Doctor Love, are you forgiving Martel?
no. Mm-mm. No. No way. No way.
You want to keep
Because
that toxic energy around you? They said forgiveness is
Mm-hmm.
for self.
okay, I'm gonna
Mm-mm-mm.
tell you why. I'm gonna tell you
Okay,
why.
okay.
Because Martell don't have enough of growth yet.
Mm.
He don't have enough of growth. He will have to really get to a 5. For me, he's at a 7. You know, he would really have to get to a 5 and really have enough growth. Not that I don't believe he's really sorry and really looked back and seen that beautiful life flash before his eyeballs, but you should have seen that, as he said, he should have seen it way before that baby came. He should have seen it way before then. So as of now, he didn't show enough growth. I need them to go on vacation next year, and I want to see the growth, because we do know too that they really love each other. But I need to see growth, and she's not taking them back either, and I'm for that. Yes,
Okay.
Mill.
Yeah,
Wait,
forgive him, but don't take him
Wait,
back.
hold on 1 second, guys. Garnett, see, don't do this. Don't do this. You said Marlene and Martel was was a sea of lies. Don't do that.
Exactly.
Don't do that. Don't be doing that. Don't put that on his mama now. Don't do that. Okay. Tasha, are you forgiving Martel?
No, ma'am. I don't
Oh
think
my.
y'all seen the unaired footage that OWN has dropped.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
Oh.
think y'all
Oh
seen it.
yeah. Right.
Oh, what
No.
I
Where is
seen
that
it.
at?
I
Martell was
did.
Martell and his mother was playing it up for the cameras. They have unaired footage of Marlene and
Mhm.
Martell talking by themselves. You need to see that footage. And
Oh
I
yeah.
promise you,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
gonna change your mind.
Yeah.
shut the front door. Okay, so
Yeah.
where is this footage
I was trying to
located?
tell you
Okay.
that when I was down in the chat. That's why I started typing in big letters.
Oh,
There's
well,
some
okay.
unaired footage that OWN
Footage.
dropped yesterday
Mm-hmm.
of Martell and Miss Marlene talking, and the
Mm-hmm.
other clip, excuse me, the other clip is Miss Van and Melody talking.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
Hey
need to see
Tasha, let
those
me ask
clips.
you, is this like on OWN's website? Is it on their social media page? Where can I find this real
Is
quick?
on their
It's on the
YouTube.
OWN network, YouTube.
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 Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Exactly.
Yes,
Oh, I forgot about that. But some of
Um,
that put Marlene in a good light too. Some of it. I'm gonna
it
say just
did.
some.
It did.
Yes,
And
some
I
of it
feel
did.
like
She
in
did
my
more
heart of hearts,
explanation. Mm-hmm.
yes, I
Mm-hmm.
feel like in my heart of hearts, Miss Marlene has dug into Martell,
Yep. Yep.
but because
Mm-hmm.
Martell is full of rage, she
And full of
tends to backtrack because I
or
feel like,
back down. Mm-hmm.
yes, I feel like she's afraid of her son.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because even in that clip alone,
Mm-hmm.
she was giving Mel all types of praises.
Props. Yep.
And yes,
Yep.
and
Yep.
Martell shut her down.
Gave her that eye. Yeah, y'all have to see that unsaid
Yes, and then
footage.
he even reached over and grabbed her hand a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
He shut his
Mm-hmm.
mama down, and you could
Yep.
tell she had a little fear in her because she backed up so fast.
Right. Yeah. But
well,
she
okay,
was
I
more
gotta
looking
go
like,
see
what did
this.
I do?
I gotta
Mm-hmm.
go see this. Oh. Sin, don't do that. Talk about, am I up now? Don't do that, Sin.
All right.
Okay, I'm gonna look for the footage. Okay, so on that note, the jury will come back on this particular subject. I'm not gonna hit the gavel on that right now. Okay, because you know
Okay.
they saying we sleep. We gotta wake up, boy. Yeah, so you
Okay.
gotta let me know when you find that footage. What all
I
went
just
down?
checked. There's clips on OWN on the YouTube channel, like she was just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Tasha was just
Yep,
Yeah,
saying.
it sure is.
I'm
Shan,
definitely gonna watch it.
can you message me those videos just to make sure,
Yep.
or at least one of them, so I can make sure I'm watching the right one. And then Diva, I'll send it to you.
I'm gonna check the
Okay.
right one and
Martell
send
Okay.
you
meant
the right
nothing
one.
he said at that table with Mel. He meant none of that.
Oh my.
Oh
Okay.
He
damn.
meant
So
none of that.
we can't forgive him for a day. I'll forgive him for 1 hour.
Okay. So hold on, guys. So with that being said, we're gonna have to, come back to that subject. That's gonna be a to be continued for us next week. So my last question before we close out, we know that Marsau has shown us a lot of gaslighting on this show over the years with Tisa, but we have to say hands down, no matter what extracurricular activities he does or does not do, he loves his wife. Um, he loves his wife, and
Okay.
he loves his wife, and that's it. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna just say, right, the Scott brothers. Maurice loves Kimmy, and Marcel loves Tisa. Do you agree, Maria?
Mm. So this episode was really, really good. I thought we had a great. No, Marcel, we got some work to do. We got a lot of work to do. Me
Right.
and Marcel personally,
Okay.
I'm a little harder on Marcel than I even am on Martell.
Right.
And I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing.
They
But
peas in a pod.
they are peas in a pod, and we gonna pray for them. We
Yeah.
putting them on the sick and shut in list for real.
Mhm.
But this episode was really, really good. I like that we opened up. We were all together on one accord. I was glad because I was trying to figure out where Miss Van was all this time. So I was glad Miss Van showed up this episode, and it looks like Miss Van is coming in with positive energy, positive vibes. Uplifting and doing what she does best. Being
And wait,
grandma, being the
hold
favorite.
on, Roya, as you're closing out. Hold on, Roya, because I'm going to go over everybody close out. Speaking of Miss Van, I'll post it on our community page, but everybody support Curves. Hey, boo, you in the
Hmm.
chat. She is going to be interviewing Miss Van, so we'll get to hear more from Miss Van. Curves, throw your date in the chat again, please,
It's
and your
December
time.
the 15th.
There
Hey,
you go.
December
Curves.
the 15th
Congrats.
at 4, I think, Eastern Standard Time. I could be wrong on the times, y'all, but it's December the 15th. Y'all can follow Larger Curves on Instagram with her exact name, Larger Curves. Yeah, y'all go check that out, and I'll post it on my stuff too. So if y'all follow any of us, I'm sure we'll be reposting it. But yeah,
Yes.
y'all check it out at Larger Curves. That's perfect. Yes.
Yes, yes.
On
So okay,
Instagram,
so
and you'll see it.
let's go over there on December 15th and support. Yes, there
4
we go,
p.m.
boom. There we go, there we go. Oh, of course, of course, of course. So December 15th at 4 p.m. Girl, if you don't, for me, you gotta put, girls, you gotta put all the different time zones on there next time. For me, I'm Eastern Standard Time. But
Me
anyway,
too.
guys, December the 15th. But if you follow Curves and you hit the notification bell, then you'll know. But
I
let's
want to
just
say
go.
that's 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I want to say
7,
Okay,
so they're 4 hours behind
3,
us.
3 hours, 7.
3. Okay, so
7,
7.
so
Yeah.
7 p.m. All right. Either way, guys, let's hear from Miss Van on the 15th. Let's see what she has to say about this whole
Hmm.
situation in real time. So congratulations to our boo Curves. We love you. We congratulate you, and we will be over there hearing you talk to Miss Van, boo. All right. Okay, I'll watch, but you can't stand Miss Van. What's
And
the
I'm
name?
really interested to hear Miss Van's side, especially
Okay,
after
wait,
your interview
hold
with
on, Roy.
Mark Diva.
Hold on, Roy.
Oh yeah.
Michelle, it's like her name.
LRGA Curves.
Yeah, thank you.
Hmm.
Thank you. All right, God. Yes, great Curves. Yes, yes, yes. We're gonna be there. We're gonna support. Okay, we got some more our
December
friends in the
15th.
building. Okay, guys, we're closing out. I'm tired. Go ahead, Roy. 60 seconds.
Yeah, but yeah, especially if y'all watch Mark's interview with Diva, y'all make sure y'all check out Courage, because I'm so curious to see how that story's going.
Yeah.
line up. But yes, great episode overall. I love the brothership between Marcel.
Wait, hold on
We
one
have
second, guys. They giving out dollars. They giving out dollars. Curtis
Y'all
is
better go
paid in full.
subscribe.
Curtis is paid in
yes.
full. You better get
Look,
over there, okay? Curtis
I'm gonna
is
be
paid
early to
in
this show.
full, honey. They giving out dollars, okay? Giving out dollars. Okay, Sin said, 7. Thank you, Sin. Thank you, Sin, for that. Yeah, we're gonna be over there. We gotta mark our calendars and we gotta support. Oh, you said no, can't stand Miss Van or Melody. Oh my.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. All right. Now we don't.
Mm.
You know how we do over here. We don't judge nobody. We just, we
Right.
just do what we do. But okay, I ain't mad at you. Wait. Miss Van is sponsoring a cash giver. Well, Miss Van, go. Okay, Miss Van.
Okay. Y'all better get there at.
Okay, the dollars.
I'm
All right,
definitely
we're gonna
coming
go over
because Mark
there.
didn't do nothing but waste my time. Shoot. So I definitely got to go.
Miss Van, yeah, well, that's what
She
I'm talking
has
about.
did it on
Michelle.
several. She's done several interviews and she's given the bloggers money
Get
to
your
have a
Christmas
cash
money.
giveaway.
Oh.
Oh, that's really nice. How much cash she be giving out?
Ma'am,
Yeah, how much cash did she give out?
I think she has given each blogger, I think, $120, and she tells them they can do whatever they want. Like if they want 3 winners, each get $40.
Aw.
But she give them the discretion to dispense it how they want.
Well, you know what? Okay, well, you know what? Let's stop for one moment. Give it up for Miss Van. She ain't got to do that. She ain't got to do
And
that.
she's done like
Curtis put
5
it down there,
already.
Diva.
Huh? Yeah.
She's
Curtis
done
put it
like
down there
5 interviews
120.
already, and given that amount of money.
Somebody
to
said
5.
she's trying to buy fans. I'm deceased.
I don't believe that. I don't believe that.
That's what the chat said. That's what the chat said. I didn't say it. Somebody in the comments.
I don't believe that. This fan is
Listen,
when you
fans
hear
cost more than
her,
$120. Okay.
when you listen to her on the interviews, you'll see who she really is.
She do.
Yeah, no, I do. You know what? All jokes aside, we like to tell some jokes sometime over here, but all jokes aside, no matter what, to go somewhere and to be giving out money like that is really nice. It really is nice. And to allow the people to give it out whichever way they want to give it out, that's a really nice thing to do too. So we're going to give it up for Ms. Van, but more importantly, let's support our girl Curves and go over there and see what's going down. So Roy, 60 seconds. Your girl is tired. What's
30
up?
seconds. I'm down to 30.
Seconds.
All
right.
good, first part of the episode, good. Brotherly love. I love the brotherly love. I love the support. I was glad to see another side of Maurice and Marceau. And I just think that it was nice to end the episode with an apology from Martel and for them to be able to come together and have dinner, end the trip on a positive high note.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about next week's episode. We're thanking God for Kimmy and her healing. We're not out of the woods completely, but we have completed chemo. And so I'm just believing that everything is going to continue to go strong and go well. So support to them and just congratulations to a great season. I'm so glad that we have another all Black cast on TV who is doing it. We are 4 seasons in. We are showing love and marriage in Huntsville, Alabama. And hopefully we can continue to do that on through the next couple of years. So woo woo to them. Shout out.
Shan, 60 seconds.
Maurice loves Kimmy.
Yes.
Marceau does not love Tisha. Okay.
Tell the truth.
He's very demeaning to her, and I hope she just level up and see that she can do better than him. But also, Martel's fine, and I'm not forgiving him anymore. And can I say one thing that doesn't have to do with the show? I was on your show last night. Candace is that girl, okay? Candace from Real Housewives. She is that girl. She is the queen. I love Candace. That's what I wanted to say last night, but I couldn't. But that's it. This was fun. Thank you for having me, Diva.
Of course. But you know what? We're going to have to talk next time. Candace is queen?
Queen, okay? With a capital Q.
Ooh.
Yes. She took over Karen's spot. The girl can sing, can dance. She look good. She can read you down. Come on. Come
She's
on.
a triple threat. You said she can sing, dance,
Hold
and
up.
act.
And read. She said
Candace
read.
is that girl. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Candace is
oh,
gonna take over the
she's doing
show.
a Candy.
And
Okay.
if she wasn't,
Andy.
this is gonna sound messed up, but if she was light skinned, she would have been that. They would have been calling her the Grand Dame. Let's be
No.
real about it.
No.
Now
That's
you're going
not
too
dirty.
far, Shan, but I love you.
Way
We'll
far.
talk about
She
that
off
next
the track.
time.
She off the track.
Get Shan
Okay.
back on the track. Get her
Yeah,
back.
thank you, Roy. Your train you have derailed. You have
Right.
derailed, okay? You have derailed.
Okay.
Okay.
Maybe not like color
The
wise,
Grand
but
Dame?
obviously
Maybe
give
in
her the
training.
props.
Maybe
People
a
gotta
Grand
give her
Dame
the
in
props.
training.
Yeah,
Huh?
thank you.
Okay, I can take
Robin,
that.
you said that?
Yeah.
A
What did she
Grand
say?
Dame. Wait, and listen.
Grand Dame in
And
training.
I agree, Robin.
the prerequisite
Okay,
is
Robin sums it up.
the course, the pre-course, not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
the
yeah.
main course. She's in the pre-course.
Yeah.
To
Okay, I'll
see
take
if
that.
to determine if she can even be in the course at all. Tasha, 60 seconds. 60 seconds.
Overall, it was a good episode to me. I love how Maurice is standing up for his wife. I agree with, I think, Shin, Marcel, not so much. I like how he's there for his brother.
Yes.
I do think he truly has deep love and care for his brother. But
Mhm.
on the other hand, as far as his marriage, he's disrespectful.
Yeah.
Martel, I don't even look at his looks because his heart is not so good.
Oh.
Um,
Oh.
that's all I can say. But as far as Melody, I was for every jab. I wanted her to kick him in the stomach and throw everywhere. And me personally, I would have sung my songs. I wouldn't have asked him
Mm.
Oh, I think that was a
because
joke.
So you
Wasn't
want
gonna-
to call them on vacation to torture him?
no, I don't even think that was her intentions. I don't. But because he disrespected her and did something without her knowledge, I think she was offended and it was all war after that for her.
Mm.
That's the way I saw it. I don't think her intentions were to bring him there to do that.
Mhm.
But once you took it upon yourself to do what you want to do and invite somebody that you know that I'm at odds with, then
Mhm.
all bets are off.
All right then. Okay. Okay. Right. Robin, 60 seconds.
I really appreciate Maurice and Kimmy's relationship. I don't think that Marcel loves Tisha because if I recall correctly, they had that shotgun wedding. So as a point of personal privilege, I like to go off topic too and say that when I'm done here with you, I'm turning to the Black Star Network and I'm going to watch the coverage that the Black Star Network with Roland Martin is having live right now at the headquarters of Raphael Warnock.
Okay.
Today's
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yeah, the importance.
Yeah. Okay, Dr. Love, 60 seconds.
Okay, so I think Maurice do love Kimmy.
Yeah.
For Marsau, he's not in love with Tisha, but I
Oh
think
my
he do
God.
her because she's like the mother of the children and things like that. But I
And
don't
she's
think he's
easy.
in love with her anymore. And this another statement I wanted to make is that
Mhm.
we cannot forget that Melody know Martell. So when she was throwing all them jabs, I'm so happy because you got to think back when he got off that vacation and went and told Coleslaw everything that went on that vacation. So she knew
Mm.
gonna do that. So yeah, she brought to him what he needed, but he didn't tell, Coleslaw about the jabs and how he was taking them. So that's that. But overall, this show, it was given, but I know next week is about to give us some realness, some more goodness rather. So yeah. Oh, one other thing. I need them to get rid of some people and to add some people because I need Kiki and her husband to get on here. I need Destiny gone. I need some people gone, and some of them I'm just not sure, but I know for
No,
sure Destiny and that mama. Goodbye.
no, you are correct. And
She said
listen, no,
goodbye.
I'm with you. Really, y'all, this hurts me. It hurts
I
me
can't.
too. I'm hurt. I gotta, I'm a pray tonight. Marcel loves Tisa. Thank you. I'm hurt too. But they not with us on the train ride for that.
He don't love
Charlene,
nobody but himself.
your final words.
This was a great episode. I loved it. I believe Marceau does love Tisha.
Thank you.
You know,
You think he's in love with her?
is he in? Yeah, I do.
Marcel love how he can control Tisha
I
and do what he wants. That's what he loves.
Is that why Tisha always talk to Mel, trying to figure out how to get out?
Oh no, let Charlene finish. Give Charlene back her 60 seconds. Girl, take
Martel
your
and
60
Marsau
seconds.
is one and the same.
No, Charlene, finish. You take your 60
look,
seconds
like
back, girl.
I'm sticking to my gut. He does love Tisha.
Yes.
And I'm, gonna leave it there. Has he done mistakes? Absolutely. Is he perfect? No. Can he do better as a husband? Yes. But I do believe he loves her. I know Maurice loves Kimmy. Well, I see it more in these last couple of episodes. Because previous to this, I had my issues with Maurice as well, with his treatment of Kimmy. So, but I do, they love each other. And I'm still rooting for Martel to get on track and to find happiness and to find his own peace. And I want the same thing for Mel. I want her to find peace and true happiness and love and, and all of that. And for them to work together as co-parents, if nothing else, as co-parents, and maintain a good friendship. Even after all this YouTube foolishness that they've been on lately, I hope they could get back on track. And Diva, thank you for letting me be on your live. This is my first live. I never did this before. So I decided to click tonight. And so thank you, and thank you, Warrior, for letting me be here.
Oh, we welcome. You did good. Anybody that loves the fact that truly believes that Marcel loves Tisa, I'm with you. Come back anytime, okay?
Oh.
Diva,
Well, I'm gonna get off on this train at that point in time. I'm gonna hop off this train and get off.
Diva.
Yes, we gotta go.
She
But
done switch trains.
Huh?
She done switch trains.
You
switch trains?
Listen, guys, love y'all. Tomorrow night, we're going to do a trending topics. Be in the building, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got some things we're going to talk about. I'm going to gather some things together, and we're going to have a quick trending topics talk tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Hope to see you there. I'm glad you joined me tonight. See you next week. What is today? Tuesday? Next Tuesday for Love and Marriage Huntsville. Because you know what? That the upcoming scene is gonna be a show. It's gonna be a show. Because pretty much in his own way, he doesn't come directly out and say it, but every now and then Marsau be telling Tisa to just shut up. He said, now you're not gonna be that jealous wife, are you? I mean, it's Melody. What is the big deal with him inviting Melody over? I don't get it. But we're gonna see. But
he was starting to talk about his brother.
Oh, well, that's but Melody ain't playing
but
that.
But she shut him down because she said if he didn't say anything about her, they didn't discuss her, she ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right, exactly. That part right there. But listen, guys, see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye, everybody.
Good night.
Thank you.